Hello, everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I am Agni James, and tonight I have the honor of running a guided meditation for all of you out there, and for myself. Meditation is super important. It really it helps improve every area of your life, and we should all meditate, right? But who am I to say what we should do? Anyways, that's life. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's been had a peaceful, relaxing day or a productive day. Basically, I hope everyone's gotten what they wanted out of today. Every people say every day is a blessing. I don't know about that, but every day is an opportunity, right? That's one way to frame it. That's like a positive way to frame it that has a lot of utility. You could also view it as every day is your chance to do the things you want to do. Hey, Imbalanced Physique is here. Good to see you, friend. How you doing, man? How's everything going with you? Did you get those financial issues worked out, man? I know you said you were struggling with the car repair. I hope everything got worked out, or is going to get worked out with that. I hope you're able to find out or figure out a way to get through that, man. I know what it's like to be in financial distress, man. That's rough. It's one of the roughest things to deal with, right? But you're still dealing with it. Yeah, it's a pain, but you'll get through it. It's not like you're going to be on your deathbed 90 years from now thinking, my life would have been great if it wasn't for those car repairs, that I had that I got when, 70 years ago. Right. But right now it's like a huge deal, and that's how life is. In the moment, everything's a huge deal, but then, give it like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. It's like, it's not going to be a big deal. But saying that doesn't even help. That's the way that those things go too. But anyways, yeah, Imbalanced is a streamer here on Twitch. Super awesome dude. He started out doing workout streams, and now he primarily does tarot. I always like checking out his stream. He's just a really genuine man. I mean, he's a really genuine man. He just comes forth and speaks from his heart and talks and communicates with his heart, which is what people should do, right? But people typically don't. People typically say every single thing there is. They talk about every single thing there is except what's deep in their heart, what's really important to them. I think a lot of that has to do with vulnerability. People don't like being vulnerable. And then with men, like apparently there's this stereotype where men are not supposed to express their feelings, right? I never really bought into that. I thought that was kind of bullshit. But a lot of dudes do buy into that. So I think it's done a great disservice to men on this planet. We need to be able to communicate openly and honestly. In fact, it takes much more courage and bravery to communicate in a truthful, open, honest way about your emotions and how you feel than it is to cover it up or be so out of touch with your own emotions that you don't even know how you feel, right? There's a lot of people that are like that. And that's a mess. Then you become a huge mess. You age quick. You start looking like shit. You can't sleep. You become a piece of garbage. But anyways, all right, let's get back to more positive things. We're here for relaxation and meditation and peace, not for me going off on these tangents. But Imbalanced, you say much appreciated, Agni. Yeah, dude. And you know what? Because you've been having stress about this, and because you've been having this issue, let's dedicate this meditation to you, man. We'll dedicate it to you and try to send some positive energy your way, such that you can get this resolved as quickly as possible and as painlessly as possible, and then just get on with your life, right? And then do the things you want to do. You don't have to worry about it, man. So yeah, we'll send some good chi your way. All right, brother. Hey, K-Rob. You say I am what? K-Rob. First of all, K-Rob is one of my IRL friends. I've known her for wow, a long time now, right? We met in what, like 2011ish, 2010 maybe. It's been a long time. So yeah, K-Rob, you say you are one of my best friends. Thank you so much, and you're one of my best friends also. I mean, that is super, super kind of you to say so. Speaking from the heart, I love it. I love it when you speak from the heart. I've noticed you do speak from the heart, but usually some Busch Light is required or some Fireball. Not always though. Not always. I'm just playing. 13 years. Yeah, we've been friends a long time. That's a long time to be friends. Like, you get to know someone pretty well in that amount of time, right? I mean, you've seen me in my highs and my lows. I've seen you in your highs and your lows. And we still are friends, which means a lot, right? We can both put up with each other, so that's pretty cool, right? That we've been friends this long, and that we're still hanging out. I actually, those of you out there, I have the pleasure of going and hanging out with K Raba for her birthday celebration this Saturday. It's pretty cool. We're gonna go out and have fun, and that's what it's about. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good people, right? That's life's too short to hold on to stupid baggage and things that are making us that make us miserable, right? And I think you've come to realize that. I've come to realize that. As you get older, people come to realize that, right? And then you just move on. You try not to let little insignificant things get in between you and the people you care about, and you just try to exist as a human being. And you're really good with forgiveness, and that's something that I practice a lot in my life too. I believe forgiveness is one of the most important things, concepts that one can explore, and that the more you forgive others and situations and yourself, the more internal peace you'll have, and the the better your quality of life will be. Your life will improve. So it's something that people should consider. And yeah, you actually naturally have it. I feel like you're naturally a very forgiving person. Like you always let people back in. Or you usually let people back in. Even if they burn you once or twice, right? You're still there for your friends, which is something that's very sacred to me. I believe that friendships are super important, and we should be loyal to our friends and be there for them when they're in need. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that when my sister passed away, no one was really there for her. She didn't have. I don't think she had good friends that were there to like really stand by her side and help her out. I mean, she had some people that weren't there for her, and it's like that's made me think a lot about life. It's made me really think about explore some very vulnerable issues and things like that. And I've decided, I should be there. I should be there for people. Because you never know. You never know what someone's going through, and just like a few kind words here and there, and just helping someone out when they're down, that could make all the difference. So yeah, it's good. It's good to keep in mind. K-Rob, you say you don't know how not to forgive, but you're getting better at boundaries. Yeah, and that's an important distinction. You bring up a really, really good point. Now, when I say forgive, a lot of people think, well, if you forgive people, then like what? You're just going to let them walk all over you, blah blah blah. But no, that's not necessarily the case, right? Forgiveness is different than whether or not you associate with someone, right? So you can have absolute forgiveness for someone. You can forgive them for whatever, right? Just have a complete forgiveness for someone and still not hang out with them, right? If they're toxic and they ruin your life and they scam you and are trying to hurt you, then yeah, of course you don't need to hang out with that person. Don't let them in your home. But at the same time, you can still have feelings of compassion for them, right? You can still feel love and kindness for that person, even though you don't want to hang out with them. And that's an important concept. Yeah, setting those boundaries is definitely an important concept within this world, right? Kira, you say you seriously never know. Yeah, you never know. You never know someone's background story, right? And that's something that's also super important to keep in mind, right? You never know where the person's coming from, what they've been through. I mean, you could be catching them on the worst day of their life, right? Or you could be catching them on the best day of their life. You never really know. Something, they could have just lost, the person they cared most about in life, or they could have just won the lottery, right? There's all sorts of stuff that happens. But yeah, so I don't really feel like doing a ton of talking. I just kind of wanted to hop on here and do a guided meditation. So we're gonna do it. All right, so let's do what I set out to do. That's the purpose of the stream. So I always come out here really intense, and I'm full of energy and intensity, right? And then we slow things down and go within to the place of peace, love, and oneness in our hearts. Find a comfortable seated position. You can sit on the floor in lotus pose. You can sit cross-legged, or you can sit in a chair. The main thing is to find a position that is comfortable for you. And then gently close your eyes and take a few slow, deep breaths on your own. I have a Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that rings every 2 seconds. And you can use it to help regulate your breath count. So take a few more slow, deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, gently lowering your abdomen. Focus on your breath. Inhale, raising your belly. Exhale, lowering your belly. Breathe in, raising your abdomen. Breathe out, lowering your abdomen. Keep your attention on your breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your breath calms your body, and your body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Visualize yourself sitting on the tallest mountain peak. Watching the clouds float through the sky beneath you. Two clouds float together and merge into one. And one cloud stretches apart, dividing into two. These clouds float through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. These clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being and exist for a while in conscious awareness before disappearing from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Keep your awareness on your breath count. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. And return your attention to your breathing. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Keep your attention on your breath count. Your essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening the memory of their own inner light within them. And they will shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity remembers their true identity once again. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eyesight. Direct your attention to your breath count. When thoughts enter your mind, picture them as clouds moving through the sky before disappearing over the horizon, and return your awareness to your breathing. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love emanating from this location. And the warmth which surrounds this love. Experience the perfect peace residing here. And the joy which accompanies it. In this place, you exist in perfect monism. In this location, all is one. Boundaries and divisions cannot exist here. In this place, separation is inconceivable. For you extend outwards in all directions throughout eternity. residing here as an extension of pure love. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eyesight. Keep your attention on your breathing. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing from your mind. And return your awareness to your breath count. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which hinders your evolution. Focus on your breath. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of consciousness. Go all the way down to your center point. Feel the perfect oneness residing here. In this place where your essence flows the strongest. Notice any sensations you may feel here. Or any thoughts of the ego that try to distract you from your perfect peace. In this place, you flow eternally from the source of all creation. At your center point, you recall your divinity. Focus on your center point. And when you're ready, travel through. I'll see you on the other side. Here, at your center point, you recall your true identity. At your center, you remember how you came to be. Here, at your center point, you recall your divine purpose. Which is to spread love and light to all of those whom you encounter. At your center point, you bliss into eternity. At your center, you remember that you are home. Fear and all of its manifestations cannot enter this location. For in this place, you are filled eternally with love. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all fear and worry. Gently open your eyes and return to the present moment, bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this sacred space with me. I am honored and humbled to be here with you as your meditation guide. I hope you all feel more peaceful and relaxed after this meditation. I hope you feel more joyful and loving. And I hope you feel more centered and grounded. And most importantly, I hope you're able to take the peace and love of this meditation with you into the external world and share it with all those whom you encounter. For just as you are worthy of divine love, so are they. Namaste. All right. How was that for everyone? I know I feel a lot more relaxed and chilled after that. That was a 34-minute meditation, which is beautiful. It's a good amount of time. Hey, Discernment Bugatti. How's it going, friend? It's so good. It's so good to see you, man. My VIP. You're my VIP, brother. You said Agni would see me on the other side. No, you're honored. We're both honored. We're both honored to be here in this place, in this space. It's pretty cool that we become friends over the last year. You know, we've been through some trying times. And you know, initially I wasn't sure if I was gonna have to ban you, but you turned out to be a hell of a guy. So I'm grateful that we never went that route. You know, like I gave you a shot and you did not let me down, and that means a lot to me, man. You went from being on the brink of being banned to becoming a VIP. Like what an amazing story. You know, you are an amazing story. You even changed your name from Chad Guy to Discernment Bugatti. I mean, that's a lot, right? You know, you've come a long way in the time I've known you, man, and it's good. It's good that we've developed this rapport. It's good that we've developed this friendship. Yeah, right. Exactly, man. You were the one teaching me a lesson. How about that? Like I thought I was teaching you a lesson. No, I'm not teaching anyone a lesson. You're teaching me that you're teaching me the lesson, right? Exactly, right? And I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, dude. You're a good dude. And I was a little too short with trolls back in the day. With the trolling mindset. It took me a little while to kind of realize what it was all about. And you never did cross the line. At the end of the day, and that's the thing about you. At the end of you know exactly where that line is. You hone in on it, and at the end of the day, you never do cross it. So that's good, man. That's good. Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. Never judge a book by its cover. And that's like actually a big thing about me, man. Growing up, like I used to have long hair. I had hair down to my shoulders, and I hung out with a bunch of metalheads and freaks and crazy partying people. We used to, do all sorts of craziness, right? And I was always pissed that people would judge me just because of the way I looked, just because I was, I was a metalhead, and metalheads are supposedly stupid according to society. We're supposedly like, burnouts and stupid or whatever what people want to say, right? And I was always pissed that people would judge me. So I made a point of trying to never judge others, and that's a really important lesson, actually. Redeemed hydrate, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, man. By the way, look at this. You even got my back. You even got my back, man. Reminded me to drink some water. I mean, I'm fire. Agni is literally the word in Hindi for fire. So, yeah, fire needs water every now and then, or else you burn too hot. How you doing today, by the way? I saw you were in chat earlier. You asked, what did you ask? If I wanted to smoke some cigars with you? I'm not a cigar guy. I don't do cigars. I don't do nicotine or tobacco of any type ever. It's like a very strict policy. I'm really against it. But yeah, it's otherwise I would, Otherwise I would. I mean, I definitely have a drink with you though or something. But nothing with tobacco. If there's any tobacco on the, like in a blunt or whatever, no, I stay away from tobacco. That's where I draw the line. That's where I draw the line. Maybe something else, man. Maybe something else, but definitely not tobacco. I just feel like it's just not a good habit. It's not. I smoked one cigarette in my life, and I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? I smoked the cigarette. I didn't feel anything. I was like, this is dumb. I'm never doing this again. And then I watched as like every single person I knew, every friend of mine, became addicted to cigarettes, and then for the next 20 years I was breathing in cigarette smoke, and then everyone's like, fuck, we should all quit, and then they all quit. Well, most of them did. Beer and prostitutes, yeah, I don't know. I don't go that route. I mean, the story. I had the one that threw herself on my car, and that was enough for me, man. I couldn't even handle that. I got a speeding ticket because of that. Well, a red light ticket technically for driving through the red light. But yeah. And I don't even drink. I don't even drink. I'm not even an alcohol guy anymore. I mean, not every once in a while I'll have a few beers, but on New Year's I didn't drink. It's not even my thing anymore. I feel toxic when I do. So it's just not for me. Not for me anymore. There was a time where I drank heavily. When I was like in my early 20s, I would buy 30 packs of Ice House and down the entire box. They used to sell them for $9.99, and what a fucking deal, man. I think they were 5.5% alcohol, and there was like $9.99 for a 30 pack, and like I would just buy the whole damn case and go to go over to some friends' houses and just fucking down all 30. I thought it was like a cool party trick, man, to be able to drink 30 beers. I thought that was like a really cool thing. Like, what an idiot. I was such an idiot, right? And then, I would be pretty drunk, right? Because you're not going to drink 30 beers and be sober. Oh, man. Let's see, where else are we at here? Discernment, you say, Dane hadn't had alcohol in 2 years. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, sometimes there's times in your life where you'll probably drink a lot, and there's times where you won't, and I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I mean, everyone I hung out with on New Year's was drinking. I was the only one that was not drinking, and that's just, that's how it goes. Most of the time I hang out with people, everyone's like, oh, let's drink, let's have a couple drinks, and I'm like, you can, that's cool. But I don't feel good when I do. It's funny, like everyone's like, "Oh no, but you'll feel good," and it's like, no, but I won't. It's weird. It's weird, how it does that. How like at some points in your life where you drink a beer and it's like the best thing ever. You're like, oh my god, I was so stressed. Now it took the edge. People say what? It takes the edge off. It feels good. And now when I drink a beer, it puts the edge on. It's like, dude, I don't feel healthy at all. I feel like toxic, it's a weird, I've gone through a weird transition. But that's just how it goes. Yeah. I don't know. Life's interesting like that. All right. It's good we got to talk. I'm going to wind down the stream because, that was kind of my plan. Ooh, okay. This is cool. So, someone I know, is doing, I believe, his first stream ever. We are going to give him a raid. And this is going to be cool. Discernment, I think you know this guy, right? You know Vipers, right? Vipers Gratitude. We are going to give him a raid. I believe it's his first stream ever. And I just want to spread some love and kindness. He hangs out in Aristotle's chat all the time. He hangs out in Nogre's chat. He's a good dude, a smart dude. We're going to give him a raid. So thank you all so much for sharing this space with me. I appreciate you all. I love you all unconditionally, and just have a good night, and remember, or day, wherever you are in the world, and remember to be kind to your fellow brothers and sisters out there. Be a kind person. All right, so we're gonna give him a raid. All right, namaste. Oh, hey, actually, hold on, let me get the raid sign already, just so we're ready. I almost forgot that. I almost forgot the raid sign. I know it doesn't really matter, but, it's one of those things that Twitch streamers do, right? It's one of those things. So we will do this because that's what we do here. Oh, damn it. No. Oh, man. Raid City. I do the Raid City one. I don't know why. There we go. Okay, cool. So, yeah, if you're a subscriber, copy and paste. Otherwise, spread some love and light, and we are gonna head over there now. Peace be with you, and remember, just wait a second. Why is it not working now? Did he stop streaming? Oh, there he is. Okay, almost lost him for a second. All right, here we go. All right, we're heading over there. Thank you so much. I love you all. And be kind to everyone around you.